Coming up, we walk around a village at the top of a cliff, walk around another village at the bottom of a cliff, get caught in the rain again, and use the highest and steepest water-powered railway in the world. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel and another video. Today you're getting 2 for 1. We're in Lynton and Lynmouth here in North Devon. Let's have a look, see what it's got to offer. Well, we've got here pretty early because that's what we like to do. We're just walking through Lynton, which is the top or higher of 2 villages, Lynton and Lynmouth. Lynton being on the top of the cliff, Lynmouth being down at the bottom of the cliff. And there's a very unique way of getting to the bottom of the cliff, which we'll show you a bit later on. An interesting set of tea towels. Lots of little independent artisan shops to wander around. They will be open shortly, just we're early. Gorgeous little churchyard here. I'll just take you down to the edge here and show you the view across the cliff. Right, so like I was trying to explain, this is Lynton. We're stood in the churchyard, believe it or not. I'll just show you. This is the church behind us. And down there is Lynmouth, where we're going to pop down to a little bit later on. That is a stunning view. Lovely little church there, and in a very nice setting on top of that cliff. Now, as you know, normally we take you in and have a little poke about inside, but it's Good Friday today, so we don't want to disturb any services or preparations for services. So on this occasion we won't go inside the church. That looks fairly steep. We're going to stay on the top bit for now. But for those of you that have bought us a coffee, thank you very much. We've just had one over there in the Greenhouse Cafe and Bar. Big thumbs up from us. After that very nice refreshing coffee, we are making our way towards the funicular railway, which is how we get down the cliff. Very famous cliff railway here in Lynton. Runs down to Lynmouth, and we're going to try it. Morning, morning. Oh, I got it, I got to film it.
Splashing around, we've got coffee.
The multi-award-winning and famous Lynton and Lynmouth Funicular Cliff Railway was built in 1888 and opened in 1890. It's the highest and steepest totally water-powered railway in the world. It's completely powered by water, and the distance between the 2 stations is about 500 feet. can still see. Well, we've just descended via the cliff railway there, a funicular railway powered by water, built in 1888, and it's got us down here very safely. And we are now at the bottom of the cliff, so we're going to have a wander around and show you Lynmouth. Got a bit of a beach area, and there's the channel that runs into the little harbour, which we'll take you along and have a look at. Of course, you don't have to go up or down on the cliff railway, you can walk it. There is a path that zigzags its way up behind me there. If you do, fair play to you. Oh, huge catches of herring were brought into the harbour here at Lynmouth in the 18th century, right the way up until 1797, when apparently all the fish suddenly disappeared, leaving the fishermen with nothing to catch. This tower behind me is the Rhinish Tower, so called because it resembles lookout towers along the River Rhine. Originally built to store salt water for baths, believe it or not. It was actually destroyed in a flood which engulfed Lynmouth in 1952, and this is a replica which was built in 1954. It is a lovely little harbour here in Lynmouth, and you could imagine the boats with their massive catches of herring coming through, being processed, and the fishermen being quite prosperous right up until when the fish scarpered. We've just had a lovely little chat with a couple that are down here from Chester, just exploring the place, and the young lady was brought up in this area and they've come down to just sort of rediscover. So a big shout out to you if you're watching. I didn't get your names, but if you are watching, drop us a comment below and let us know. Really nice talking to you.
On Friday the 15th of August 1952, the tiny village of Lynmouth suffered what could only be described as the worst river flood in English history.
Well, it's a good job we've come in spring for our visit, otherwise the weather would be rubbish.
On the day itself, just over 9 inches of rain fell. Add that to the 6 inches of rain that had already fallen on Exmoor in the first 2 weeks of that August, and it's no surprise that Exmoor got totally overwhelmed, as many tons of water, soil, boulders and vegetation descended through the valleys from over 500 metres up on the moor into Lynmouth itself. On its way, bridges blocked the flow until they collapsed, and subsequently a wall of water and rubble hit Lynmouth in the late evening.
Well, I've just found the perfect sign for us.
Up the villa! The West Lynn River rose 60 feet above its normal level at its highest point.
The river behind us there, you can imagine the surge of water that came down during that flood. Must have been devastating for the town. Thankfully they've rebuilt, and it is looking very, very good indeed.
34 people in the area lost their lives, 28 in Lynmouth alone. It took nearly 6 years to rebuild and remodel Lynmouth and restore it to what we see today.
I don't know if you can just see that picture there, but that is just depicting the aftermath of the flood in 1952. It must have been absolutely devastating. Well, there is a nice walk up there to the waterfalls, which is the Lynn Gorge. However, I will warn you, it's £10 per adult if you want to go in. In my personal opinion, way too much, and they'll probably get more footfall if it wasn't so expensive.
We decided it would be good to have a walk along the river ourselves. However, this turned out to be a bad idea.
The weather's took another little turn. We got nice bright and fairly warm sunshine 1 minute, and then you get the heavens open the next minute. Hey Kim, what do you think about the weather? Pants. Well, I was trying to give you some artistic shots there off the bridge, but we're now getting battered with hailstones, bearing in mind it's Easter. God, we love this country. As it's raining, we thought we'd cheer you up with a little song. Are you ready? Go. Everywhere we go, we always get rained on. Everywhere we go, everywhere we go. Thank you very much. And that's where we were up there a minute ago. There is a nice walk. You can go up to a place called Watersmeet, which I should imagine is really scenic and beautiful on a sunny day. We've come across the other side of the river. Give you a nice good look at the town there. Like I say, there is a walk up there to Watersmeet, which I imagine is really, really nice. We're not going to do it because it is really, really wet today. And we'll come back and see it when it's sunny. So, over this side, got a nice big playing field area. Look, there's a little pitch and putt there if you want to spend a bit of time with your kids playing pitch and putt. Now we're going to wander down back into Lynmouth again. Not a bad little pad to have on the front there, with this as your view across the Bristol Channel. Pretty good. Let's just walk along this little esplanade seafront, and you come down to a nice little beach which you can spend some time on. I was just reading an information board over there as well, and directly opposite, on a clear day, you can see the Welsh coast. You've got Porthcawl, and dead ahead from us is Swansea. Swansea that way, Porthcawl to the east. Take my word for it, it is there somewhere. I'm going to call people out here because that winds me up. Bag of dog shit, and there's a bin to put it in literally 50 yards that way. If that was you, you're a... Well, I think we're going to keep wandering back along the front here, and we're going to try and find somewhere to eat. Well, it's really interesting reading all these information boards that are dotted all the way along the area. Well worth a read, because you'll find out more about the town itself. Well, that barometer says the weather is changeable. It's not wrong. It's just a little taste there inside the Lynmouth Flood Memorial Hall. Quite poignant and quite interesting, learning how it was basically the whole town was destroyed and rebuilt.
Take a real close look now. Soon you'll realize you don't know what's coming down.
Just behind me here, look, is Lynton Cinema. A lovely old building, and we're going to have a little look in this art and craft centre. Why not? Whoa, right, having filled up on fish and chips from the Esplanade chip shop there next to Aladdin's Cave. Highly recommended. We think we're going to leave you there. Well worth a visit today. Fantastic. Really enjoyed walking around both towns, villages, whichever they are. Fully recommend it. If you have liked this video, don't forget, big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bells, do all that stuff. And if you want to find out a bit more about other places in this area, then watch this video coming up now. We'll see you over there. Say goodbye, Kim.
Like him.
Bye, Kim.